How many of you are vegans or know some people out there that are vegans that claim that their food is cruelty free? Well, let me tell you that in reality, it's really not cruelty free. The purpose of my speech today is to persuade my audience to help raise the wages of migrant farm workers. Most of these workers, if not all, come here seeking an opportunity to do better for themselves and their families. They contribute so much to this country, and with strange times like these going on right now, it shows how important they really are. In order for you to understand this a little better, I'm going to talk about the problems and then finally the solutions. To begin this, I'm going to talk about the problems first. For starters, these workers undergo really poor conditions. They come here from out the country to provide for themselves and their families. So, due to the fact that they're really far away from home, they must live here in the US. Some workers live in employer owned housing, which can be state licensed and regulated, but even these homes may be in disrepair. But notice how it says some workers. Many workers actually live in unlicensed labor camps that are usually owned by the employer. These camps can be very overcrowded and unsanitary, which can expose these workers to infectious diseases. According to Student Action with Farm Workers website, in the United States Farm Worker Fact Sheet, it is stated that these workers can suffer from lead poisoning, respiratory illnesses, ear infections, and diarrhea just because of the housing effects. When they're out there working, they're exposed to more hazards. According to mhpsalud.org, agriculture is one of the most accident-prone industries. The workers work around a lot of pesticides. This exposure can be very harmful, and that's stated by the National Farm Worker Ministry in their health and safety article. Farmers can be sprayed by pesticides while picking crops and can be made to re-enter the fields while they just got done spraying, making them exposed to high levels of pesticides. This in turn can lead to reproductive problems, birth defects, Alzheimer's, diabetes, cancer, and memory loss. Sure, any person would obviously go and seek medical attention given these situations, but the fact of the matter is that these workers lack preventative health care and are also met with obstacles in accessing health care that they need. Either their employer doesn't provide it, or they just don't qualify for it. Other cases can be that these workers either don't know about the ways to access healthcare or don't want to because of the fear of being illegal or just simply can't afford it. A big problem can be in their wages. On average, migrant farm workers can earn from $15,000 to $17,499 for an individual, and $20,000 to $24,999 for a family. And this is according to the National Agriculture Workers Survey. The federal poverty level for a family of three is $19,790, and about 25% of all farm workers fall below that. To add to this, with a recent article written by Daniel Costa from the Economic Policy Institute, he reports that the Trump administration is also considering lowering the wages of these workers who already don't get paid enough for the work that they do. On top of this, the employers are about to receive a $16 billion federal bailout. To lower the wages would be inhumane, and if anything, a raise is what they so rightfully deserve and need. So what is there to do about it? In an article named 6 Solutions to Lifting the World's Farm Workers Out of Poverty, written by Catherine Ward. She states that one can support worker advocacy organizations. These organizations help the workers rally up and organize to push for their rights. One can also donate to nonprofit organizations. For example, one would be the National Center for Farm Worker Healthcare. One can donate whatever they would like to this organization. And like the name says, they help to improve the healthcare of these workers. I understand that this organization doesn't really help in the way of getting them a raise, but it does help them save their wages from dropping due to the fact that they won't have to pay out of pocket for medical attention. Another way would be to help advocate for legal status of undocumented workers. This could help the workers be eligible to receive benefits from employers that actually do provide them, and can possibly even get these workers a raise just due to their legal status. One could also help in the way of educating these workers about unions. Because many are illegal, they live in fear and don't really know much about the rights that they do possess. Lastly, one can help out in the way of not buying products from companies that exploit migrant farm workers and instead buy from those that don't. This can lead to companies that are exploiting these workers to get the message that us, the consumers, don't support exploitation. This can help make sure that these workers get raises and don't work under poor conditions. Unfortunately, these workers aren't being rightfully paid for the hard work that they continue to do every day just to feed every family in America. So let's help them out in every way we can to help them get their raise. Today, I have brought more light to problems that these workers undergo and the solutions to help these workers get the raise that they need. So next time you go and buy your produce, think of these workers and how much hard work went into getting you this produce. And in many cases, these workers are unable to afford the very foods that they labor to produce. So next time, just think about it.